back with another lip balm review. Today is one that, probably you guys figured I'd never do because it's one that you have to dip your finger into, and we all know how I feel about those. It is the Vaseline Lip Therapy in Pink Bubbly. Now, this was originally a UK exclusive release that just finally got released in America this year, and I have to admit, it's freaking adorable. That's most of why I want it. But I was also curious if it actually smells like champagne. Hold on just a second. I hear my dog scratching at the door. Hold on. It's okay, puppy. I'll let you in. I'll let you in. There you go. Sorry about that. But yeah, it looks all royal with a little crown on it, and it's pink, and actually looks more French than British to me, but whatever. It is a Unilever brand product, for anyone who cares, and it has a very simple list of ingredients. It's literally just petrolatum, wine extract, which who knew that was a thing, flavor aroma, titanium dioxide, and red number 30. That's it. That's all that's in it. So, let's get it opened. I've actually never owned a tin-style Vaseline lip therapy product before. The only Vaseline lip therapies I've previously owned were 3 of those teeny tiny little tubs, and mostly just because they looked like miniatures of regular Vaseline, and I thought they were freaking cute as hell, so I got them because they're miniatures. We all know I'm a sucker for miniatures. So, this is what it looks like out of the packaging. Black and pink with gold, and it's really cute. Decadent care for dry lips. Sounds good. See if there's anything else worth noting. No. Alright. So, format-wise, it is... Let's see here. It's kind of like a solid in the tin. I don't know what you would call that. It's the dippy kind, though. So... That does not smell like champagne. But it doesn't smell bad, though. I'll get to it in a minute, but... Yeah, so I don't know what you would call this format, like a gel, I'm not sure. But yeah, packaging-wise, it's just adorable, and I'm in love with it. And I'm not even a fan of the color pink, nor am I a fan of over-the-top girly things, yet I adore how this one looks. That was like 90% of the reason why I wanted this, because I thought it was friggin' adorable, so I got it. It's not natural or organic. Like I said, main ingredient is petrolatum, so there's that. It is very limited edition, though. They only sent 2 of these out to each Walgreens in the country, to the best of my knowledge. Sorry, there's something in my eye. And I actually was lucky enough to find this one, which surprised the hell out of me, because our Walgreens doesn't get anything. But I got this one, so yay me. And I'm very glad I did, because I would have been pretty pissed off if I'd had to pay full price... Or, I mean, not full price. I paid full price of what it costs. I would have been pissed off if I had to pay the overpriced version of what I keep seeing it go for online. That would annoy me. If I end up liking this, I probably will go out of my way to also buy, the Paint the Town Vaseline Lip Therapy, because it's really cute, and it looks like a city skyline, like, depending how you look at it, either looks like paint dripping or a city skyline, and I just think it's really cute. But for now, I have this one. We'll see how I do with it. The amount of product in this is... freaking gnats in here. There's 17 grams, which is 0.6 ounces, so I think that's actually... technically more than like a Revo or anything in that format. And it's definitely more than a stick, so that's kind of cool. Shelf life, I think it stays good indefinitely because there is no listed expiration date anywhere, not even like a suggested toss-out date after opening. It's Vaseline, what are you gonna do? It pretty much stays good forever, so... Price point on this, I honestly don't remember what this costs, so if you guys remember, let me know in the comments, because I honestly do not remember. I bought this back in, I want to say like June, it might have even been May. I feel like it was June, though, that I bought this. Sturdiness-wise, it's a tin, it's metal, so you don't really have to worry about that too much. I mean, the cap does come off pretty easily. I don't think I would put this in a purse. This definitely strikes me more as an at-home type lip balm. So there's that. My only concern with the tin type that I've always wondered is, as it is a type of a I guess, is wet the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But since it's metal plus wet, wouldn't it eventually rust over time? Or is that just my own neuroses at play here? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know the answer to that either, because I'd rather not get tetanus from this thing. So anyway. No special features, no SPF, no medication. So on to what it smells like. This smells like roses. Like, if you've ever bought Avon's perfume, Roses Roses, it smells just like that. I actually really like how this smells, surprisingly, even if it doesn't smell anything remotely resembling champagne. I wasn't sure if they were maybe going to go with like an Asti smell, or if they were going for just more generic champagne. Yeah, they didn't do any of that. They just did roses. Okay. I've heard other people compare this one to the Rosy Lips one, which, even though I own it, I don't think I've ever used it, so I don't know if it smells like it or not. But I have heard other people say it smells just like it, so for what it's worth, that's what they say. Now, the lip balm in here is a light pink color. I'm not sure if it gives a tint, so I'm gonna swatch a little bit before I put it on my lips. This is harder than I was expecting the feel of it to be. Kind of feels nice. Maybe they're gonna win me over. Yeah, there is no tint there. That is totally clear. It does smell good. Alright. You guys got me. I'm gonna use it. As much as it bothers me to put my finger in these things, even though I wash my hands right beforehand. Use different finger now, so I don't double dip. Gonna run out of fingers really soon here. And now I have the problem of it's all over my hands, and I did not think ahead to have something nearby to wipe my hand on. Awesome. So I'm gonna hit stop on this real quick. I'm gonna go wash my hands and come back and finish this review. Okay, now that I got my hands all cleaned up, I'm kind of tripping over the fact that this does not feel anything like what I expected it to. I just assumed that the Vaseline lip therapy stuff was probably way thicker than this, and would feel more like a, I don't know, like a jelly? Like what I assumed petroleum jelly to feel like, I assumed this to feel like, but I guess it's not petroleum jelly, it's lip therapy. So, I mean, there's that. So yeah, it's actually so much thinner than I guessed. I haven't decided if I really like the feel or not. The scent, even though I like the scent as a scent, it is kind of bugging me that just as I talk, I can smell it as I talk, and especially if I do the whole thing, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about roses being on my mouth. It's kind of giving me flashbacks to last winter when, one of the tenants at, my dad's old work, like, gave him these, like, Indian dessert things that were, like, made with rose oil or rose extract or something, and they literally tasted how roses smell. And I really could not decide how I felt about that, because I was like, I feel like I'm eating flowers, but they don't taste bad, but it's just odd. So, this is kind of exactly like that, because I feel like I have flowers on my mouth this time, and I'm like, oh, that's okay, that is different. But yeah, the consistency is very thin compared to what I was expecting. Even compared to just other lip balms, it's fairly thin. I mean, I suppose you could sit there and keep globbing it on and make it thicker that way, but I'm not sure why you'd want to, especially since this wasn't that cheap. So, I mean, I don't think I'd want to waste it just to do that. But, it is slick, but it does feel a little sticky, like, yeah, it's a little bit sticky. Not terribly so, but I bet you if I had long hair and the wind blew, my hair would get stuck in it. Like, I can almost guarantee that. And that always grosses me out. So, yeah, that's a bit against it. Shine-wise, let's see. It's got an okay amount of shine. It's not like glossy shiny, but there is a shine to it, so depending what you're going for, I mean, you might want it, you might not. I could see this working well over like a matte lipstick that you want to give a little bit of shine to. It would probably work real well for that. But in terms of moisturization, it's really hard to say so far. Because this, I'm gonna have to give it time to know for sure, but for right now, it feels like it's kind of just sitting on my lips. It doesn't feel like anything's absorbing or like it even wants to absorb. I've reviewed enough lip products to generally be pretty good at telling right off the bat the feel I get from ones that are going to absorb as opposed to ones that are just going to sit. And this one feels like it is just sitting there. Which, I mean, I've heard very nice things about this product, that it does soften your lips, so I mean, I'm sure it will still do something, but I don't think it's necessarily that, like, deep moisturization like certain other lip products give, you know what I'm talking about? So, it's okay. Longevity-wise, I feel like this probably would stay put for a good amount of time, because it is, it's Vaseline brand. It usually is very good at that, at least in my experience, but, okay, the taste, it's off-putting to me. Not the scent so much, but the actual taste of the stuff getting in my mouth as I talk. It's not a good taste. That taste is almost a deal breaker for me. I mean, maybe I could get used to it over time, but as somebody who's not used to this flavor being a part of lip balm, I'm like, oh god, what is that? Ew, get it off my tongue. Ew. So, that I feel like I want to just scrape my teeth against my tongue and just be like, get it off. Ew, gross. I probably will. I'm probably gonna go brush my teeth right after this and scrub my tongue real well. Wow. That is disappointing. I guess I didn't think that through. I think my opinion on this one, for me personally, I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me over time, but as a first time use for this, I don't think so. I do not think so. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Which sucks because there's been a lot of hype around this one, and like people were practically killing themselves to find this one when it first came out, and I was lucky enough to find one, and it just, I don't know, the taste is really, really off-putting to me. It just feels like I have chemicals in my mouth and it's gross and I don't like it. So, I mean, there's that. So between that and the scent being one that keeps wafting into my nose just as I talk, and it keeps distracting me and bothering me. Like, when roses are part of, like, a perfume, that's one thing. When it's literally on your mouth, it's like, okay, I don't want flowers on my mouth, thank you very much. At least not roses, apparently. So, yeah, I don't know that this is really my thing, which sucks, because I actually really did want to be able to say that, hey, I'm a convert to the Vaseline lip therapy tins, or something at the end of this, but, this is my first impression on, like, my first one ever. I don't know that I'd necessarily like any of the others much better than this. So that's my 2 cents on this one. I know a lot of you out there freaking love this one, and that's cool for you guys. I'm so glad you do. I am very, very picky when it comes to my lip products and in what I specifically like and don't like, and yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of my issue on this one is that taste getting into my mouth. If it weren't for that, I could probably get used to the scent thing. A lot of lip balms have that issue. I can deal with it usually, but this one, the taste, I'm like, yeah, no, I gotta wash this off. It's icky. So, oh well. So that's about all I have to say on this one. So as usual, if you like this video, click the like button. If you're not already, and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Leave comments down below. Until next time, bye!